Hi guys, how are you doing today? I am coming to you from my home office this evening. I have been in and out of the office all week today with clients and giving presentations at the local high school and meeting with clients and things like that. And so I wanted to pop in, but I am in a slightly different setting today, so I apologize if it looks a little different, but I wanted to make sure that I had some time to come on here and talk to you guys about who I am and kind of what's been going on and what we do here. I know there's been some new people popping on to my page and checking out my YouTube videos, and so I kind of wanted to just do a little introduction of who I am and what I'm here for and what my purpose is. So I wanted to just give a little bit of discussion on that. So my main goal in all of this, through my channel, through my YouTube videos, through my Instagram and my website, is to bring awareness to mental health. I know there are a lot of professionals and a lot of people out there who are purposely trying to bring awareness to mental health and to the importance of making good decisions and making the right decisions to improve our mental health. And so I know I'm just one person, but I really am trying to bring attention to the importance of healthy mental health and how we can take care of ourselves, and to also bring up the more taboo topics and the topics that are a little harder to talk about, that might be a little bit more uncomfortable, but that are so important. It's really hard to bring forward things that I talk about in my office because it's such a sacred and quiet and personal space, but my goal is to be able to bring that sort of conversation forward so that we can have these conversations in a more public forum, that we can talk about these sort of things and it not feel like something we need to be embarrassed about or something that's really taboo and that we can't really discuss. And so my goal in all of this is to be able to bring the office to the forefront of social media and to public conversations that we can be talking about. That's not to take away from the privacy of these personal stories, of course, but to be able to have conversations about personal experiences and things that we all go through, and just be able to have them without feeling like we're different or like we're weird or that our story doesn't matter. And so a lot of the stuff we talk about are things that we all have experienced in some way or another, or in some form or another, and to be able to talk about it and discuss what's happening and to normalize it and to make it feel more real can really help with especially the healing process and the process of feeling whole again and discovering who we are. My style as a therapist is unique. I am pretty outgoing and I like to have hard conversations with my clients, and I'm open to them. Nothing that's said in my office is something either I haven't heard or that I'm uncomfortable with. But I also like to bring humor into the office. I think some of these things can be really hard to talk about, and I don't use humor lightly or when we're having a really intense conversation, but I think sometimes when we can reflect back on something and laugh about some of the daily things we go through can really help us feel a little less worried, a little less fearful, a little less overwhelmed. I sometimes will bring in my own personal vignettes. I think that in order to connect with our clients, we have to be able to talk about who we are as well, what we bring to the table, and who and that we can relate and that we can feel similarly to them and not make them feel so alone. And that's part of the process of normalizing as well. Everything that we go through, someone else has probably experienced similarly or have heard of someone who has, and so to make it normalized that nothing is too much. Some of it is really hard and really scary and really horrible, but that we can walk alongside, and that I can walk alongside my clients and hopefully make them feel a little less separate or isolated. My therapy sessions, I have a wide mix of clients. A lot of them are dealing with anxiety and depression. Anxiety is definitely my number one treatment that I work on, and it's my favorite. It's definitely my favorite to work with. But you know, we deal with a lot of anxiety and depression and trauma and grief. We've all, you know, a lot of us have experienced loss, and so to be able to walk alongside someone in their loss and hopefully provide some support and some relief in however that looks is definitely my goal. But also just the daily stuff. I mean, sometimes people think that they have to come to therapy only if something really bad has happened or if they really can't handle something anymore. But sometimes it's just learning how to cope with things or to deal with daily stressors. Some of my favorite clients are people that are just, you know, living their life and are doing fairly well, but just having trouble understanding something new or wanting to just better themselves, to grow and to learn and to be a better person. And so walking alongside them in that is something that I really, really enjoy doing. I also do some premarital stuff. So before things have even gotten really bad, working on ways for it to not get really bad so that we can beat that 50%, so that we can keep couples together, is something I also really enjoy doing. So premarital work is something super enjoyable that I get to do, and a little less hard than some of the bigger stuff. And so my goal is, you know, I see a lot of I see a lot of in office clients, in-person clients, and that's primarily what I do during my weekdays. But my goal is to be able to expand past that, to not only get to work with my clients face to face, who are some of my favorite people. They change me on a daily basis. Getting to hear people's stories and have the privilege of sitting in front of people and them feeling comfortable enough to tell me their stories, and me getting to hold them in a really sacred space in my heart and in the room, is some of the coolest work I ever get to do. And I'm so blessed that I get to do it. But I also want to be able to bring these conversations forward, because I can't see 60, 70 people a week. You know, I just don't have it. I don't have it in me. And my family would not be very happy about it. So how can I connect with people outside of the office? How can we have these conversations? How can I provide tools and tips for you guys to be able to feel better without coming into my office is my goal, and something I really, really want to work on and am trying to do. So if you have any ideas, if you have any ways that you think I could be of help, through the computer screen, through your phone, through live conferences, please comment below and let me know what would be really helpful. I spoke at a conference, or I spoke at a meeting yesterday about anxiety in high school kids and elementary school kids, and it was so cool to get to connect to 30 plus people in a room, which I don't always get to do. I usually can only do it on a one-on-one or a couple people, a family in a room basis. And so it was really awesome to get to connect to people that way. And so if there's ways that you feel I could connect with you guys, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can message me, you can contact me separately, or you can comment below on either my YouTube or on my Facebook. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know who I am and what my goal is here, and how I can hopefully be of help to you guys, and we can move forward making mental health feel more normal, making the experiences we have feel less scary, and hopefully connect on a deeper and more important level. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and day tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.